Brock Heward up in Alaska catching halibut, catching salmon, hopefully bringing a ton of fish, not literally, but a lot of fish back to us. Tom, we started the show today talking about rivalries. And the Seahawks and 49ers have what might be the best rivalry going in the NFL, or is it too soon to say?
Well, a lot of people are going to tell you that right now it may be the best rivalry. I would disagree with that. I think that there are other more historic, established rivalries that are still going to be better. Ravens-Steelers, a lot of people are going to tell you that's maybe the best one. It's still relatively new. So the good news is for the Seahawks and 49ers, it's not going to take that long to get there. I think if both teams can maintain some degree of quality, competitiveness over the next 5 years, it will be the best in the league.
One of the things that goes into Baltimore and Pittsburgh's rivalry is that these are two teams that really play the same way. That same sort of physical, unflinching defense, that same 3-4 scheme even, and they approach the game similarly. You have that in Seattle and San Francisco. Two teams built around their defense, two teams that want to run the ball. In fact, San Francisco ran the ball the most last season, Seattle number 2. But there's a personal element in this Seattle-San Francisco rivalry that I think makes it a little different.
A little bit different, a little better. I mean, you got Harbaugh and Carroll. And then we didn't even really talk today about the quarterback element of it. You got Russell Wilson and Colin Kaepernick, both guys young, both guys exciting, both guys playing a similar kind of game, too. I think that may be the thing we end up focusing on the most as the years go on.
One of the it's a different thing about this era of the NFL, with free agency, with as frequently as coaches change teams, those sort of things. Some of the historic rivalries, they're not as historic as they used to be. You mentioned Pittsburgh's primary rival for most of that franchise's existence was what? Cleveland. Now it's Baltimore.
They're nobody's rival.
Now you have the NFC East, which is probably the most history-laden division. But Seattle, in the 10 years since they moved from the AFC West to the NFC West, I think for the first time we see that these two teams, not just this season, not just week 2 on Sunday Night Football, their rivalry is kind of going to define the shape of this division for a number of years to come.